Welcome to TD Place, the home of the Ottawa Red Blacks of the Canadian Football League. This afternoon, the home of the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships from the nation's capital. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Team Saskatchewan versus Team Quebec. Dan Mooney alongside Coach Ron Raymond. And Ron, Quebec certainly has to be favored in this one after a 90-72 victory over New Brunswick in their opening matchup.
Absolutely, and in game number one, we saw the quarterback for Team Quebec, Frédéric Morneau. She went for 17 carries, 520 yards in the, like you said, then a 90-72 victory. And they're playing against Team Saskatchewan, who played the defending champions of last year, Team Alberta, the gold medal champions, and they lost 48-6. And that Alberta defense really stood out in that game. And for Team Saskatchewan today, we're going to look at Ella Schenders. She had 7 carries for 59 yards. She'll be wearing number 5 today. She's from Weyburn, Saskatchewan. And again, we talked about Frédéric Morneau from Quebec City. Those are the 2 players you want to watch here today in today's game.
You mentioned Morneau with 520 yards on 17 carries. What you failed to mention that she scored 10 touchdowns. She had 60 of the 90 points scored by Quebec in that game.
Oh, she was outstanding on that game. And another player that we saw really ran the football well for Team Quebec in the first quarter was number 33, Olivia Baudry. She had 12 carries for 119 yards from Farnham, Quebec. We didn't see her that much in the second half. And for Team Saskatchewan, we're going to see today the quarterback, number 1, Nevaeh Lang. She had 3 carries for 14 yards. She's from Waldron, Saskatchewan. And we're going to see a pretty good football game here this afternoon at TD Place.
Team Quebec getting set to kick the football away. Team Saskatchewan will be going against the wind in the opening quarter, and there is some weather in the offing, and it should be here in about a half an hour. Here's Schenner. Picks it up at her own 28 and tripped up downfield. A great open field tackle there. Tremendous pursuit. Not sure what number that is from this vantage point. It's number 80. That's Shayna Grenier down there, first on special teams, pinning the Saskatchewan girls deep in their own territory, starting their opening drive from their own 29-yard line.
Player to watch here on the defense here for Team Quebec, number 11, Roman Simal. She had 10 tackles last game against Team New Brunswick.
High snap. Lang pitches that out for Shelby Prosofsky. Gets around the right side for a pickup of about 2 yards. There to make the stop for Team Quebec, Maxime Poirier, who actually it's Annabelle Baudry, number 5, making that stop. Maxime Poirier also plays defense. She plays offense and does all the place kicking.
Yeah, absolutely. She's outside linebacker. And I'm noticing right off the bat here, Team Quebec doing like the Team Alberta defense, 1 down lineman, 3 linebackers. So interesting formation here for Team Quebec.
Lang throws that one and intending that for Shaden Magnus, but a flag along the line of scrimmage. The pass goes incomplete and will await the determination from referee Keith Walters from Ottawa, the umpire Laurie Tursky, the back umpire Mark Lachance, Craig Asiyama Yaboa, the line judge, and Pascal Beaulieu is the down judge. She's from Quebec.
Yeah, quarterback Nevaeh Lang was just throwing a short pass there to her left, and the intended receiver was number 77, Shayla Duda from Ituna, Saskatchewan, who just wasn't really expecting the ball, and now we got a 3rd and 8 situation.
On 3rd down, Lang gets the kick away, and it goes out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So great field position for Quebec, and the offense run by Frédéric Morneau. She is a going concern, and certainly after that opening game against Team New Brunswick, establishing herself in the conversation for tournament MVP.
Well, absolutely. And the thing with Team Quebec, they're dual threat. They can throw the ball very well. In fact, Monod had 78 yards passing on that on the day on Sunday. So we'll see how they bounce it out here on offense.
Here's Morneau. Steps up, throws that one, and a wide open Shayna Grenier on the near side of the field. Just Morneau unable to get the ball to her. Stepped up into the pocket nicely, but just didn't get enough on that football.
Yeah, I think she got disrupted a bit by the pressure from Saskatchewan.
Here's Morneau looking deep once again, beyond the reach of Grenier. And you didn't see Quebec punt a lot against New Brunswick on 3rd and 10. They'll probably end up going for it here.
If we see on the replay, you see Morneau had a bad snap. She picked up the football, and she threw it about 35 yards to her left on a beautiful spiral. Unfortunately, it went incomplete, but that's the athlete that Morneau is. She is talented as a quarterback. We saw that beautiful spiral, and now they are in a 3rd down and 10 situation.
And they're going to throw. Morneau gets that one out, and Grenier can't hang on. A great defensive play there from Charlotte Heapy, number 40 for Team Saskatchewan, to knock the ball out of Grenier's hands, and Quebec goes 3 and out.
Absolutely great play here by number 40 from Saskatchewan, Charlotte Heapy, who is from Estevan, Saskatchewan, and you saw the coverage on that. She was right there with her and did enough to just disrupt the reception, and a great play here by the Saskatchewan defense to force a turnover on downs.
First down, 10 yards to go from their own 40-yard line. Nevaeh Lang, the give to Ella Schenner, and Schenner wrapped up immediately in the backfield by Romane Simard. We talked about her. 10 tackles in that win against New Brunswick, and she's picking up exactly where she left off.
Yeah, Romane Simard, product from Saint Fulgence, Quebec, showed you her ability as a linebacker, and classic wrap-up tackle right there. And Team Saskatchewan didn't pick up any yardage on that play.
Schenner did get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. Here's Lang. Play action, wrapped up in the backfield and tossed by Catherine Poirier from Quebec City. And it's a loss, and we're going to see Nevaeh Lang kick the football away once again. A loss of 7.
Number 22 for Team Quebec, Catherine Poirier, just came right through the A-gap. That's the position right before the center and the guard, and she was untouched, and she was able to get in there and make the tackle, forcing Saskatchewan on a 3rd and long.
Lang takes the snap, gets the kick away, and it takes a Saskatchewan bounce. Emily Hubert, loose ball. Who's got it? Saskatchewan has it. Great special teams there from number 34. I believe it's Cézanne Lapierre. 38, Haley Tanger. But what a break for Team Saskatchewan.
Absolutely great special teams play here by Team Saskatchewan. And what it does right there, Dan, it flips the field now with field position. Now Saskatchewan in a really good position here to go get some points.
Here's the toss. Saskatchewan has to go back. Ball loose. And finally, number 77, Shaylee Duda, able to fall on the football. And it's a loss of 16.
Great football sense there
26, sorry.
Great football sense there by number 77, Shayla Duda, to not only look where she was supposed to make her block, but she looked around and noticed that there was a fumble, and to her to go back into the line of scrimmage and recover that football, great heads-up play.
2nd down, 26 yards to go. Lang sets up in the shotgun, throws the ball to the out and completes it. Shaden Magnus with a big gain of 21. It'll be 3rd and 4. What a great toss from quarterback Nevaeh Lang.
You know what? We didn't see a lot of Team Saskatchewan throwing the ball against Team Alberta, but this is a beautiful throw and catch here by number 26 for Saskatchewan, Shaden Magnus. And now it's going to leave them a 3rd and short after a big gain like that. So we'll see what Saskatchewan does here on offense.
4.5 left to go on third down, Saskatchewan. Flag on the play. It's Shelby Profosky. Prosofsky gets to the outside. She'll be about 2 yards shy and will have to await the call from the officials.
Yeah, just a little correction here, Dan. We're just reading the stats off what we get here, but a little correction on the tackles from the number 11 for Quebec in the last game. It was 21 solo tackles, not 11, so we apologize for that. And I want to thank Shark for bringing that to our attention. We try to get it right here, right, Dan?
We do. So it's against Team Quebec. They'll move the ball up 5 yards, and it'll be a first down. Team Saskatchewan moving the ball with some authority here. First down, 10 yards to go from the Quebec 25-yard line. Nevaeh Lang out of the shotgun. She's going to throw again. Gets it to the outside for Mackenzie Dixon-Appleton. And that's a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Wow, one thing I'm noticing on Team Quebec, number 22, Catherine Poirier, a very aggressive football player. That's the third time I've seen her with aggressiveness in her hitting. Watch this one. A good job by Nevaeh Lang to go down to her check down. There's number 22 with a beautiful hit there, forcing a 2nd and short for Saskatchewan.
Up the middle goes Prosofsky. And another flag down at the line of scrimmage. Holding against Quebec. And that'll be first down.
Yeah, I thought the Quebec was a little bit offside there, but there must have. Yeah, offside 14 Quebec. You saw Romain Small just a little bit anxious to get to the into the backfield. So now it leads a first and 10 for Team Sask.
From the Quebec 13-yard line, high snap. Lang gets under it, tries to get around the left side, tripped up there. Guess who?
Yeah,
Romain Small.
Yeah, Romain Small just leaving where she left off on Sunday when they played Team New Brunswick. And good job by the Quebec defense, even though they gave up that big throw earlier a few downs ago. Doing a good job here in the red zone and minimizing the damage for Team Saskatchewan.
From the 20-yard line. 2nd down, Lang throwing that one into the corner. Magnus has it and forced out of bounds around the 10 by number 5, Annabelle Beaudry, but another flag in the backfield, and it's going to be roughing the passer against Quebec, and timeout called by Quebec.
Yeah, you know what? The connection of Lang to Magnus on the corner routes, as we've seen here, absolutely phenomenal throwing here from Nevaeh Lang from Waldron, Saskatchewan. They really got that corner route pattern really down pat, and we saw a nice reception there. And you know how hard it is to really, when you're running, to lean down to pick up that football. And Magnus showing some really good skills there, picking up that ball.
The pickup was 11 on the play, but with the penalty, they'll move the ball down to the 5-yard line, and it'll be first down, goal to go for Team Saskatchewan as the rain begins to fall here at TD Place.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see how Saskatchewan attacks here. You notice when the quarterback line goes under center, they have that power run game, and we saw when they're in shotgun, it's mostly 90-10 on the throw. So we'll see how they line up here in the formation. They're going right out of shotgun.
Lang takes it herself around the left side into the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0 Saskatchewan. They open the scoring, and that's got to be a bit of a surprise for Team Quebec, Ron.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, Dan? When you win a big game like they did last game, 90-72, you feel really good. But the bad news of that game, you allowed 72 points on defense. And for Team Saskatchewan, they really struggled offensively against Team Alberta. So Team Sask really feels good about this drive, scoring first against a really very good Quebec team, but it's still early, and Saskatchewan's on the board.
Sienna Burns getting set to attempt this conversion. Kick from the 12. Taken by Magnus. Can she get into the end zone? She can. It's a single point. They were looking for two. They came up with one and turned nothing into something very quickly. 7-0 Saskatchewan.
Yeah, good point, Dan. And for people watching for the very first time, it's 6-on-6 football. And every time we score a touchdown, when they kick the extra point, it's for 2 points to reward the kicking skill. And when they run it in, like we saw right here, it's a 1 point. And what a great job. I believe that was it Magnus that was the
It was.
winner? And she didn't hesitate. And normally in football, when you have a, we call it a hot drill, when you get a bad snap, the team would yell hot, 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 meaning some of the receivers who are blocking would go out for a pass. And Magnus did a great job picking up the football and didn't hesitate to find the nose to the end zone. And now Team Sask up 7-0 here against Team Quebec.
Shaylee Duda kicks the ball deep. Picked up there by Emily Ubar. Heads to the right side and gets close to the 40. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Quebec from their own 39-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see how Quebec on this drive, if they came out throwing the football, and now with a bit of rain, we're going to see what really, if Frédéric Monod is going to go with what got her really a lot of yardage in the first game, that's running the football. We'll see if they pull any quarterback keepers on this one.
Only one on the line of scrimmage. They need 3 on the line of scrimmage, do they not?
That's my understanding, and they only have 1 right now.
There's Frédéric Morneau down the field. Too far for Jade Cleroux.
Yeah, on that right there, Morneau saw Jade Cleroux. And the one thing Cleroux did, she stopped running. And the one thing we always tell our receivers, when you're running downfield, don't stop running, because the quarterback is timing the pass to where you're going to be, not where you're at. And that's what happened on that play. Cleroux just stopped. And Monod did a great job throwing the ball where it needed to be. It's just that Cleroux stopped running.
This formation is rather interesting by Team Quebec. And now there's 3 on the line of scrimmage. Morneau throws to the outside, looking for yards after the catch. The pass complete to Juliette Lafort, and she'll pick up 6.
Yeah, well, say hi to all the people in the chat, and thank you for the supporting your team. And I see Chad Fenrick, it says, let's go Saskatchewan. And I saw Shaheen Junaid say, go Quebec. So thank you, everybody in the chat room, for posting wherever you're from. And in the breakage of play, we'll try to give you a shout-out to your favorite player or team.
On 3rd down, Maxime Poirier kicks, looking for the sideline. No return for Saskatchewan, but they get the ball back with 4 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Rain, sort of a Scotch mist at this point.
And Dan, you know what? Really impressed with Team Saskatchewan, the way they came out here on offense, because they didn't really throw the ball against Alberta that much. And that Lang to Magnus connection has really done well here in the first quarter. We'll see how Team Quebec does on defense.
The pitch to Ella Schenner. Cuts back inside, gets to the outside, and then wrapped up after a pickup of 5 yards.
Man, I love the way number 11 for Team Quebec plays. Her name is Romane Small. She missed the opening tackle right there, but she never quit, turned around, and came back in support. See that right there on the replay? She never quit. She came back, and she wrapped it up and waited for help. And there's Olivia Baudry, who also gave in on the tackle. So very good team defense from Team Quebec.
There's Lang, throws that one to the outside, looking for Mackenzie Dixon Appleton once again. That goes incomplete. It'll be third down coming up, but there are flags along the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I think what Team Saskatchewan is doing is taking advantage of a very aggressive defense right now, and we call that jumping the count. And what's happening is that if Saskatchewan continues to go on one, then Quebec is timing that count, and I think Saskatchewan might have went on 2 there, and they got the offside.
And the first down, the 6th first down of this football game for Team Saskatchewan. Quebec sort of left to wonder at this point after a couple of possessions. High snap, Lang forced back, being chased, ball's loose. It's still loose. Picked up here by number 66 for Team Quebec. That's Morgan Picard. And Quebec takes over and are going to try and pick up some points off a huge Saskatchewan mistake.
Yeah, we've seen this earlier in the game down Saskatchewan, down some high snaps in the first quarter, and eventually this one here really hurt them. And good job by number 66, Morgan Picard. Normally when they want to do a scoop and score, she fell on the ball, and now it gives her a chance on Team Quebec to get a touchdown.
First down, 10 yards to go from the Saskatchewan 32. Monod trying to get away. Wrapped up there by number 34, Cézanne Lapierre, and she wouldn't let her go.
Nope. Really, really good defense here by Team Saskatchewan. And you know what? I see the strategy from the Saskatchewan defense. They're spying Monod. They got 2 players at the defensive line, and one's playing to the right, one's playing to the left, and they're really spying the quarterback, and they're making sure that if Team Quebec is going to hurt them, it's going to hurt them through the air, not through Morneau's feet, because she rushed for 500 and some yards last game, and Team Saskatchewan coming in with a good defensive plan right out of the gate.
Cézanne Lapierre went down on a knee. Looks like she's going to get some attention from the training staff on the sidelines. And the field here at TD Place has been painted with the boundaries that are required for this 6-on-6 football. They're playing inside the numbers, and on a wide shot you can see the yellow line just inside the numbers that are painted, the yard line numbers on the field with 10-yard end zones.
And you're right, Dan. There's 2 hash marks. If you notice on the field, there's some hash marks, the CFL hash marks, but we are playing on the yellow hash marks, which are 13 yards from the sideline. So, hey, you know what? Great job, TD Place, getting the lines ready for the girls here this weekend in the women's tournament. So, kudos to TD Place, to lend a hand and really help out. Landmarks are huge. I can tell you from a coach, Dan, sometimes you don't have the luxury of lines when you're in a practice, and when you have lines, you have landmarks, and it makes it much easier for the players and the coaches to really align your players better. And kudos to TD Place. Dan, I want to say I got some people shouting out here, and Conrad Israel, Isel, says go Saskatchewan. We also saw somebody here write something about his daughter. Sorry, the scroll went up, so I don't have access to the scroll, so it's already gone. But we did see that. And again, thanks everybody for supporting your teams.
Here's Morneau running up, taking the ball under center. And she's quickly wrapped up, not able to get loose, but a flag thrown in the backfield.
Sacked by the Team Saskatchewan. The whole team.
Unnecessary roughness against Saskatchewan. It'll be first down, Team Quebec. They'll move it up. And they get their first down of the football game by penalty, which is not something that we expected to see.
Nope. So we'll see what Team Quebec does here with the ball on the 25-yard line. Monod's been in shotgun most of the first quarter, And I see she's lining up, okay, close. So she's going back to shotgun with 3 down linemen.
Shayna Grenier and Emily Hubert flanked wide right. Martineau takes it herself, gets into the secondary, and she'll score, but there's a flag down.
Flag on the field.
And we'll have to wait and see what the call is, whether or not it's going to come back. Offside against Quebec. So it will come back. It'll be first down, 15 yards to go from the 30.
Yeah, a design play here, 14 Quebec. That was a quarterback draw all the way. And you know what? Morneau's going to get her yards. For Team Saskatchewan on defense, they're just going to try to limit the damage because eventually she will get her yards because she is that good.
Martineau in the shotgun. Hubert and Grenier wide right. They go right back to the same play. Martineau in the secondary around to the right side. She'll score from 30 yards. So you want to keep me out of the end zone? Take that, Team Saskatchewan.
And what they did different there, Dan, the last 2 plays, is they aligned their 2 wide receivers to the right of the field, which left 3 down linemen, and they let a lighter box, meaning less people in the box to really tackle her. And she just found the outside, and then she just marched right into the end zone, giving Quebec a touchdown with points pending to either take the lead, because a 2-point kick conversion, or a successful kick, is a 2-point conversion, or points.
And Quebec's first lead of this football game. Ball is down. The kick is up by Poirier. It's good. So Quebec leads 8-7 with 41 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, or the first quarter rather, of a very important game as far as determining where these teams will play on Sunday.
Yeah, I believe what happens
Or Saturday rather.
Yeah, because I think the game between Alberta and Ontario, I believe it's Red, plays the winner of this one. And you know what? Going into this game, we knew what Quebec can do on offense. It was, when you allow 72 points to a really good New Brunswick team who offensively was outstanding, but on defense struggled against a very talented offense in Quebec. And Saskatchewan, you know what? Defensively, they really showed what they can do here in the first quarter. And they're throwing the ball more here in the first quarter. They found something on that corner route pattern to Magnus. So we'll see how this develops here in the second quarter.
Poirier's line drive kick takes a hop right into the hands of Ella Schenner. Schenner getting around the right side. Flag goes down, and Schenner forced out of bounds by Poirier at the Quebec 51-yard line. But we'll have to determine exactly what the penalty is.
Yeah, normally that's either a holding or a block by the back. So we'll see what the officials saw on this play.
It's coming back. It's more than likely a hold against Saskatchewan, so they'll march off 10 yards from the point of infraction, and it will be first down, 10 yards to go for Team Saskatchewan from their own 32.5-yard line.
Is there anything more deflating after like a beautiful return to have it come back for a holding? Hey, well, that's football.
But they've got the football, and while you have it, the other team isn't supposed to be able to score. In the backfield.
Catherine Poirier.
Shelby Profsovsky.
Number 3 stopped in the backfield by number 11, from numéro 11, Romain Simard.
Romain Simard picking up where she left off defensively for Team Quebec. It'll be a loss of 2.
Actually, that was number 22, Catherine Poirier, who's been having an outstanding game so far with very aggressive, very good football player here, number 22 for Team Quebec.
Nevaeh Lang at quarterback, another high snap, rolls to her left, drops that off and finds Magnus, Shaden Magnus, picking up 18 on the play, and another Saskatchewan first down.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter play here for Team Saskatchewan in the first quarter. We've noticed about 3-4 corner routes to number 26, Shaden Magnus. And, we talked about this on Sunday. Every team has their bread and butter type plays. And for Saskatchewan, right out of the first quarter, they think they got something here with this corner route, and obviously it's working.
So that is the final play of the opening quarter, and it's been a good football game. A bit of a struggle for both of these teams as Quebec leads this one 8-7.
Yeah, you know what? I thought for Team Saskatchewan, for the center, needs to work. Sometimes the nerves they get, you're facing a big opponent here in Team Quebec after what they've done game one. The nerves, I think, have settled in. And when young athletes, and you're playing at TD Place, so it's obviously there's going to be some nerves setting in. But now the second quarter, everybody knows what it's about. We're looking for both these teams to settle down. And I think if Team Saskatchewan can really get those snaps from center on a more consistent basis, they're going to find more execution on offense, because anytime you get a bad snap, it throws the timing off whatever the execution is going to be, either a run or a pass. I think that's one thing if Team Saskatchewan, the center for Team Saskatchewan works on, I think they'll be in good shape.
For over 26 years, Youth Ottawa has been encouraged.
So the ball comes out to the 45-yard line after a big pass and run from Nevaeh Lang to Shaden Magnus. Saskatchewan in possession of the football with the wind in their favor here in the second quarter. High snap. Lang sets up, throws that one downfield, and looking for Magnus once again, but there to make a good defensive play, Annabelle Baudry for Team Quebec.
No, good job there from the center, Ava Salmon. A little bit high, but you know what? Very good job by the defense here in Team Quebec to cover that. And again, another corner route. And the one thing that Saskatchewan doing a little bit things different this game, not a lot of running. We're not seeing a lot of the power run game here from Team Saskatchewan, especially with no running back. Well, there we go. Now she's under center.
May change now as the rain has freshened here at TD Place. The pitch for Profosky. Prosovsky gets to the outside and is marked out of bounds at the Quebec 54-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 yards for Shelby Prosovsky, and it's another Saskatchewan first down.
Yeah, nice run by the outside here from Team Saskatchewan. And we saw the Shelby Profowski from Hanley, Saskatchewan, take that to the outside. And, very nice run here from Team Sask.
Prosovsky now 3 carries for 11 yards. There's Lang to give to Shaden Magnus. She got a big hole on the left side of the line, and she's got 8 yards. Number 22 there for Quebec, Catherine Poirier, to make the stop, but it will be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Catherine Poirier, we mentioned her name a lot here in the first half, and there's Romain Simard and Poirier, the dynamic duo here on defense, doing a good job limiting to, still a good gain of about 8 yards.
Prosovsky takes it, picks up 3, and another Saskatchewan first down.
Yeah, shout out to Haley. Let's go Saskatchewan, Brizzy 54. Looked like a pretty good late hit out of bounds, says Laura Ferguson. That was earlier in the kickoff she's talking about. What a great game so far, says Nick Frick. Well played by both teams. Absolutely, really good start to the football game here by Team Quebec and Team Saskatchewan.
First down, 10 yards to go from the Quebec 43-yard line. Saskatchewan, another high snap. Lang had to wait for it, throws that one out, and Mackenzie Dixon-Appleton just unable to hang on. It'll be second down.
Yeah, again, going through their bread and butter. And what I like about this play design here, Don, with 2 receivers to the right, the quarterback, Nevaeh Lang, has an option to either go deep to Shaden Magnus, and if she doesn't see the corner route, she checks down to her intended receiver. I believe the receiver on that play right there was running a 10-yard out.
Mackenzie Dixon-Appleton.
Yeah, and you saw it's she's almost like the safety valve on the check down.
Out of the shotgun on second down, another high snap. Lang had to wait for it, wants to take off herself, cuts back up the middle, and Romain Simard there to minimize the gain by Nevaeh Lang to 5 yards.
So one thing we're noticing with the high snaps here from number 65, Ava, it could be a bit of the weather here, the wet football, that she doesn't really have a good grip. So maybe the Team Saskatchewan might have to bring her, or the officials might have to wipe off the football.
Well, the rain has abated some. It came down briskly about 2 minutes ago and has since stopped. All kinds of movement along the line of scrimmage. Prasovsky tries to get around the left side. This is coming back or will be declined. It will be against Saskatchewan.
Brought down by number 11, Romain Simard. Mouchoir sur le terrain, flag on the field.
Yeah, Saskatchewan must be doing something with their cadence, because it's drawn Quebec offside a few times. Quebec really aggressive on the line of scrimmage. And the one thing as a coach you always tell your players, watch the football. Do not pay attention to the cadence, because that's the quarterback's job, is to try to draw you offside on the cadence if they're trying to get like a hard count. But if you're the Team Quebec coach, you're telling your football players, look at the football.
It went against Quebec when Saskatchewan was clearly offside. It's a first down for Saskatchewan. Lang loses that one. Quebec falls on it, and it's considered a fumble. There was no. Lang probably had the intention of it being like a shovel pass, but it didn't work out that way.
Exactly. And exactly. It was supposed to be a shovel pass, but the intended receiver, number 84, Mackenzie Dixon Appleton, I guess probably didn't get the play in the huddle, because she didn't look like she was going to be the recipient of that shovel pass.
So Team Quebec gets the football back at their own 40-yard line for their first possession of this second quarter.
Angela Krause, we thank you very much. We are going to make that adjustment right now. And
no. Her pass complete to Emily Hubert, and Hubert picks up 21 before being brought down by Charlotte Heapy.
Attaqué par numéro 40, Charlotte Heapy. Pass complete to number 4, Emily Hubert. Tackled by number 40, Charlotte Heapy.
Another first down for Team Quebec, and now Morneau. Seems to be some confusion with this play call or with a call from the official. They're looking for some level of clarification here, as both coaches are over now conferring.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a confusion on a play call or an official call, so they just want to get it right. And that's why they're explaining to both coaches right now.
Financial services. We place our emphasis on what our clients value as opposed to the value of what they own. We deliver comprehensive, exceptional service tailored to each client's specific needs.
Looking for some level of clarification, and there isn't much forthcoming.
So we see Team Quebec with those two receivers to the left, so we'll see if this is a design, another run here for Morneau.
It is first down, 10 yards to go for Team Quebec at the Saskatchewan 49-yard line. Hubert takes the handoff, gets around the right side, good speed, and finally brought down by Sienna Bears.
Nice play.
Sienna Burns.
By number 6, Sienna Burns.
That's a pickup of 23 yards by Emily Hubert, her first carry of the ball game, and a big first down for Team Quebec. Here's the pass from Morneau downfield. Hubert has it and drops it, but there's another flag down in the area. Could be pass interference.
Nice throw there by Morneau. And the intended receiver on that play was number 4, 14 Quebec, Emilie Hubert from Laval. And good concentration, just couldn't follow through all the way on the reception, and unfortunately for Team Quebec, it's going to be a second down or the penalty on the play.
No, sorry, like I'm holding things together by a thread here.
More conferring by the officials. Pass interference is the call against Emily Hubert. Defensive player has just as much right to the football as the offense, and that one goes against Team Quebec.
Yeah, interesting call right there. And earlier when we saw the two head coaches, I think the issue was on those jet sweeps. If it's a shovel pass in front, it could be designed as a pass, so it's an incomplete pass, but somebody must have thought maybe it was a fumble. So I think that was the issue there.
Quebec now on first down. First down, 25 yards to go. And Frédéric Morneau in the shotgun. Good snap. Morneau had run on her mind right from the get-go. Another flag flies. Morneau picks up about 12. It'll be 2nd and 13, depending on what happens here. Holding is the call against Quebec.
Now here's the thing, you've already got like a 1st and 25, so does Saskatchewan accept this penalty to make it 1st and 35, or do you go 2nd and 35? I think they'll probably want to decline this one.
Well, hydration break here, not only for the players on the field, but the officials. The humidity in the nation's capital has been, to put it mildly, tremendous over the last 4 or 5 days. And you know that these players really have to stay hydrated in order to sort of maintain being able to play throughout this humidity.
Yeah, and you know what, we talk about this all the time as coaches and players. You don't hydrate the day of the game, you hydrate the day before the game. So this way, when you get to the game, the day of the game, you're hydrated, you're ready to go, because like you say, Dan, it's grueling sometimes when you're out there on a really hot turf field.
First down, 35 yards to go. Saskatchewan took the penalty, and now Frédéric Morneau takes the snap out of the shotgun, throws that downfield. She's got Jade Cleroux. And that pickup there, 29 yards for Jade Cleroux, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, does that get Team Quebec out of a big hole.
Oh, big time. They ran this play about 3 plays earlier where Jade Cleroux almost had it on the top of her head. This time, nice throw from Morneau, setting a 2nd and 5 situation, and they're entering close to the red zone here on the 22-yard line.
Morneau out of the shotgun once again, taking off. Left side, cuts up the middle, gets an opening, and she'll score.
Touchdown!
Frédéric Morneau takes it 22 yards. And Team Quebec leads this one 14-7 with the convert pending.
Yeah, I really like the play calling here of Team Quebec. They're not showing their cards 100% of 100% run, and they're really balanced on this game here against Team Saskatchewan, and Morneau's picking her spots, and she does a good job.
The kick is good. Quebec leads it 16-7 with 5:36 left to go here in the opening half of football at the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. Dan Mooney, Coach Ron Raymond, and our entire crew so pleased to have you along for the ride on what might be a great day for Team Saskatchewan. With Frédéric Morneau and the Quebec offense, it would appear to be just another day at the office.
You know, if you're out there and you're looking at the score from Sunday, you're saying to yourself, okay, Team Quebec won 90-72. Team Saskatchewan was at 48-6 or 48-7. 46 to 8. So you're wondering, okay, which Saskatchewan team is going to show up here today? And really, Team Saskatchewan, they came to play. And, they got to settle down on the snaps, because I really think the snaps are throwing off a little bit of the rhythm. And we'll see what they have lined up here for this series.
Maxime Poirier with the kick. And Ella Schenner unable to make a return, touch the football, so there's no flag on the play, and Saskatchewan gets the football back. First down, 10 yards to go from their own 33.
Yeah, it's a really tough call here from Schenner, because you let it go out of bounds, but you just don't know, right? So I think she did the right decision to try to pick up the football, because Team Quebec was coming down really quick. So good job here by Schenner to really try to pick up the ball, because it was going out of bounds eventually, but you don't know that.
Number 99, Ariel Lemele from Saint-Constant, Quebec, directing traffic as a nose tackle. There's Lang, the pitch to Ella Schenner. Flag on the play in the backfield, more than likely holding, and a nice hit after Schenner picks up 13, but it may be coming back.
Good disciplined run here by Ella Schenner, waiting for her quarterback to be like the lead blocker. I really like when you'll see here on the replay, Schenner, and there's Nevaeh Lang, and Schenner just hesitates, wait for the Lang to go in front to use a little bit of leverage on the blocking. Very, very good running discipline here by Ella Schenner from Weyburn, Saskatchewan on the run.
Holding the call. It'll be first down repeated, 20 yards to go. The ball on the Saskatchewan 23-yard line. Shotgun, a pitch to Schenner, bobbled it, wrapped up almost immediately. Another flag flies.
Yeah, tough run there, Dan, when the ball's on the left hash mark, and they chosen a toss to the short side of the field, and Schenner just ran out of real estate right there.
Penalties declined. It'll be second down. 20 yards to go.
Yeah, forcing Saskatchewan in a passing down situation here, and we'll see if they go to that bread and butter play with the corner with the underneath play of the 10-yard out. So we'll see if Saskatchewan chose their top play here. That's worked very well in the first half.
Nevaeh Lang in the shotgun. She'll throw. Looking for Magnus, and it's picked off. Annabelle Baudry has picked off the football for Team Quebec. They've got great field position and a huge turnover.
Yeah, and we just talked about that, right, Dan? We talked about the corner route, and if that's the play you've been using all game, defense coordinators are going to start picking up on that. The corner is going to start picking on that, and then they're going to place themselves in the position so that they get inside leverage. And that's what happened here on Team Quebec, and that's why they were able to get that interception.
So a first down for Frédéric Morneau and Team Quebec at the Saskatchewan 23-yard line. Motion, the give to Jade Cleroux. Jade Cleroux cuts into the secondary. Met there by number 8, Colby Fenrick, after a pickup of about 6.
What I love about that play, that ball was on the left hash. They ran the jet sweep, and Jade Cleroux was able to get the ball close to the middle of the field, which gives Morneau more of an open vision when she's going to be in the shotgun, and it'll give the receivers more room to the left too, whatever route they decide to run here.
Second and 4. Wide open. Touchdown. Juliette Lafort. 17 yards from Frédéric Morneau, and it's now 22-7 Quebec.
This is one of my favorite combo routes in football. And what you do, if you have the inside receiver running a fade to the outside, the number one receiver running a slant. And normally in this situation, you saw both players go to the slant, and the fade is wide open. Great job here by the Quebec coaching staff.
Poirier puts it through, 24-7. Quebec starting to pull away here in the latter stages of the second quarter.
Yeah, if you're Team Saskatchewan now, you just got to settle down the players and get back to what got you be successful in the first quarter, and that was field position, right? They had really good field position. They forced Quebec to go a long distance to if they want to convert for a touchdown or points. And I think right now, Team Saskatchewan, it's still early in the game. It's only 24-7, but you got to win the field position battle and stay disciplined on defense and find a way to get the running game going, right? You can't always depend on that corner route pattern, and they got to really start finding a running game to balance it up on offense.
Poirier's kick taken by Ella Schenner at her own 30. Schenner reverses the field, keeps her legs going, finds some open space. Finally brought down there by number 80. That's Shayna Grenier. But great field position at their own 54-yard line.
Yeah, we just talked about that. That's what Saskatchewan really needed. They really needed a little bit of boost here with their special teams, and Schenner was able to give them that. But now they have the ball on the 55-yard line, the 54-yard line. So we'll see if they can put a good drive together here and try to get some points, or really force Quebec in a deep situation on the possession of play, field position.
Well, you knew after Quebec scored 90 against New Brunswick that they were going to open things up. But the solace in that is that Saskatchewan, as Lang falls on the loose ball, Ariel Lemelin there to just basically stop the play. But Quebec's defense is vulnerable, so Team Saskatchewan could conceivably take advantage of that.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, the one thing in the offense, when you got your center doing shotgun one snap and then under center, it's not as easy as it may sound. There's the timing issue of getting that good snap, then you got to go under center, but not trying to make an excuse here for the center for Saskatchewan, Ava Salomon. But we've seen in the first half, the snap from center, it has to be more consistent because that's what really gets everything going. It's the first domino to fall in the offense, right?
Play blown in. Second down, 12 yards to go. And Nevaeh Lang in the shotgun. Picks it up, tucks it in, trying to get around the right side, met by a couple of Quebec tacklers led by number 33, Olivia Baudry. Pickup of 3 on the play.
Now, big decision here from the Saskatchewan coaching staff. The ball's in the middle of the field. It's still early in the game. If you it looks like he's going to go here, or they're going to go here. The head coach Claire Daudet for Team Saskatchewan. They don't make this. They're turning the ball over. So this is something that I'm questioning if you really maybe you want to punt the ball here.
The pitch for Shelby Prosofsky. Tries to get around the corner. Can't. Number 22, Catherine Poirier, there to make the stop on Prosofsky. And it's another turnover by Saskatchewan. And you know, with 1:57 seconds left in the first half, Team Quebec is looking to put more points on the board before the break.
And that's what we were just talking about, right, Dan? Like, the thing is, this explosive offense for Team Quebec, you don't want to give them a favor by giving them a shorter field. If they would have punted the ball, it probably would have gained another 30 yards. Now you're giving Marneau and the offense a shorter field to work with.
Frederic Marneau, bobbled snap, takes it, gets into the secondary. She's going to score, but another flag thrown. If it stands, it'll be a 57-yard touchdown run by Marneau, but it looks like it's coming back.
Looks like it's holding.
That's the call. Team Saskatchewan will definitely move Team
That was a
Quebec
holding against Quebec.
back.
But you know what? You got to give credit to the Saskatchewan defense. They had a really good game plan in the first quarter to really contain this Quebec offense.
That was first down before. I think there's a discrepancy on this placement. Or it's from the point of infraction. Regardless, it's first down. Monod once again throws that one, finds Maxime Poirier, and she's got her. Brought down by the other number 6, Sienna Burns, after a pickup of 18.
Yeah, you know what? When you got a team, an offense like Team Quebec has, where you got to worry about the running quarterback, and then you got to worry about the passing quarterback, they're a very balanced attack here for this tournament. And look at that, with minute 25, it looks like they might go get some more points here.
From the 32. The Team Saskatchewan 32. Oh, Monod takes it. Nobody's going to stop her. A 32-yard touchdown run, and that is her 13th touchdown in this tournament.
You know, she's going to get her yards, and what Team Saskatchewan did at the beginning of the game was very effective. They got away from it, and now you can see a little bit of the tiredness really happening here on the Team Saskatchewan defense, and Monod just made a really nice move to break free, and the next thing you know, Quebec's back on the board.
Maxime Poirier set up that run, tries to get the kick away, and it's blocked by number 16, Dalen Meston. So at 30-7, with a minute 4 left to go, so a big play by Saskatchewan could give them a little bit of momentum going into the half.
Well, just before that, though, Dan, we talked about that third down decision to go for it on third down. And like with an offense like Quebec has, you cannot give them a short field like that. You got to make them work for their yardage and their points. And I really feel by not kicking the ball, you're not helping your defense a lot here. So I think that play call from the head coach for Team Saskatchewan, Claire Daudet, to go here on that third down conversion at midfield, looking back, it probably wasn't the wisest decision. So we'll for Team Saskatchewan here, trying to find a way to get positive results going into the half, something to build on. So when you go talk to your team at halftime, you got something positive to build on.
Poirier, and the kick goes right to Ella Schenner once again at the 35, bobbles it, trying to get through, wrapped up and falls forward for another 4 yards on the return. A return of 9, and first down, 10 yards to go for Saskatchewan at their own 44.
So it'll be interesting to see what type of strategy the Saskatchewan offense is going to want to use here. Are they going to want to throw, knowing that if the pass is incomplete, it stops the clock from ticking, or do they go with a run game to eat a bit of the clock and to see how do we get to halftime and make those proper adjustments to see if they can get competitive in the second half?
Saskatchewan opened the scoring, and Quebec has just completely dominated since, as Magnus moves forward for a pickup of 16 yards on that pass from Nevaeh Lang, and it's a big first down for Team Saskatchewan.
Yeah, just simple, a bubble pass to the outside, and good job by Magnus to break a tackle, take it downfield. Like to see her get a little bit lower once she's ready to initiate contact, just for her safety, but good job here from Team Saskatchewan to enter the Quebec zone.
At the Quebec 50-yard line, 30 seconds remaining in this opening half. There's Lang, throws to the outside once again, and it's almost intercepted by Annabelle Baudry. That would have been her second pick of this half.
Yeah, the intended receiver on that play was Magnus, but also in the vicinity was, I believe, was number 64 for Team Saskatchewan, and that is, well, actually it's not 64. I can't read the number because I can't see her number behind. I think it's 84, Mackenzie Dixon Appleton. and she was near the intended receiver. And if you're bringing another receiver, that means you're bringing another DB. So you had 4 players in that area, and you really got to thread the needle if you're the quarterback here for Saskatchewan, Nevaeh Lang, to hit her intended receiver.
Second down, 19 seconds left on the clock. Snap from center. Lang takes it around the left side, cutting back upfield. Lang reverses the flow, and now she's got some room. Nevaeh Lang cuts back again. She'll score. Nobody's going to touch her. A 50-yard ramble by Nevaeh Lang. 5 seconds remaining here in the first half, and Saskatchewan cuts the lead down to 17 with the convert to come.
Exactly what they needed to go in the half, Dan. They needed something positive to build off, and now they have that. And you know what? This really changes a bit of the psychology of the team going into halftime, knowing, hey, we just scored a 50-yard rush on that touchdown, and it's really going to give the Saskatchewan offense and the team, for that matter, a boost of energy.
There's the kick. It's up and good. So Saskatchewan's going to take a little momentum into the dressing room after a 50-yard touchdown rumble from Nevaeh Lang. That gives her 4 carries for 63 yards and 2 touchdowns so far here in the first half.
And you know what was really amazing with that run, Dan, is that she crisscrossed around the field. And normally when you change direction like that, you're always scared for a hit by behind for your teammate to try to block. And there was no penalties on that play, so really amazing run. And you see in the chat, everybody saying amazing run here by the Saskatchewan quarterback, Nevaeh Lang from Waldron, Saskatchewan.
And now the rain has picked up once again here at TD Place, the home of the Ottawa Red Blacks. But this weekend, or today, it's the home of the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. And we're being treated to a good one here between Saskatchewan and Quebec. This should be the final play. No. Emily Hubert takes it out to the 45, and Team Quebec will get one more play from scrimmage as the monsoon has begun.
Yeah, it's coming down here at TD Place on Bank Street, and we'll see if Team Quebec, what they elect to do here on this final play of the game at their own 45-yard line. You can hear the rain echoing off our mics.
This will be the final play of the first half, barring a penalty. Here's Frédéric Morneau getting around the corner. Morneau still on her feet. She takes off. She is going to score. A 65-yard rumble on the final play of the opening half that takes any momentum Saskatchewan might have had right away from them.
Absolutely. Final play of the first half. You went down, you scored. Prior to that, the touchdown, and then the outside contain had a little bit of a breakdown right there. You saw they had a chance to really tackle her there on the outside, but Monod, just a gifted athlete, just takes it down the sideline and puts Quebec back on top.
Here's Maxime Poirier trying to convert it. Snap is grabbed, the kick is up, and it's good. And it's now 38-50, 38.
And that is the half. The score at half is 36-17.
A 65-yard touchdown rumble that gives Frédéric Morneau 4 carries for 149 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, she's just picking up where she left off on Sunday. And looking at Team Quebec, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And just continue doing what you're doing here for the second half. And for Team Saskatchewan, you see before the half they found a bit of the running game with Nevaeh Lang. And that's what Saskatchewan needs. We know they can throw the ball. They just need to be a little bit more balanced on offense on throwing and catching.
So a 38-15 lead after the first 24 minutes in this important game in this tournament at the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. Quebec in control. Don't go anywhere, folks. Second half coming up in about 10 minutes' time.
At every OK Tire store, you'll find a local owner who lives in your community, proudly offering full auto service. And when you shop with us, you're shopping local. OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
So, you want to play flag football? Let's get started. You will receive 2 flags and a football. Your team has the ball, which means you're on offense. Your job is to get the ball into the opponent's end zone to score points, which is called a touchdown. The offense starts with the ball in their own end. From there, they will have 3 chances to cross the midfield line to earn a first down. This will give another 3 chances to reach the end zone. If the defense prevents the offense from scoring by intercepting a pass or making the offense run out of downs, the ball will be turned over and they will now get a chance to score a touchdown. For information, as well as where to sign up and begin playing, visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball.
Football excitement continues, and at OK Tire, we've teamed up with the CFL to bring you all the action, celebrating and supporting communities across Canada while cheering on our local teams. OK Tire, proud partner and fan of the CFL.
Parents, are you looking to get your kids involved in a fun, low-cost sport that they will love? Flag football is one of the fastest growing sports in North America for good reason. This non-contact, team-oriented sport develops fundamental movement and social skills, all while building lifelong friendships. It's never too late to start. Visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball and see how you can get involved.
What does it take to become elite? It takes more than dedication, focus, and hard work. It takes an elite-level training program. Customized, sport-specific, online. Your perfect workout every time. That's Volt Athletics.
Having GameStrat for us has been game-changing, truly. Coach high school football now for 22 years. Having that instant replay, the opportunity to show players the mistakes they're making, the things they're doing right, is a world of difference of having to wait until Saturday morning or Monday afternoon to make the corrections. It's an opportunity for them to visually see what they're doing, at least attempt to make the corrections there on the spot.
When we switched over from our previous sideline system, the thing that we noticed was, number one, how easy it was. You don't have to be a computer expert in order to work it. The concerns I had were just reliability. If you have it, you pay the money for it, and you invest the time in it, and have people there do it, you want it to work.
With a lot of companies, they'll tell you what they're going to be able to do, and we've had that in the past where they sell you the product, they give you a nice big promise, but they can't really follow through on it, and just a lot of times we don't need to call because it's so easy to set up, and that's been pretty helpful.
For our end, just makes it easy because it's reliable.
To have that opportunity to go directly from the sideline to the end zone is tremendous. Literally just a touch of the screen gets you from the sideline view to the end zone view. It's as easy as texting on your phone or just scrolling through social media.
GameStrat has completely lived up and gone beyond my expectations.
Out of doubt, I wouldn't hesitate to suggest switching over to GameStrat. The product is awesome. It's everything that and more that it's billed as, and it's effortless to set up and to use, and simple process. And really, what are we doing it for? We're doing it to give our players an opportunity to win games, and we feel that by using GameStrat, we have every opportunity each week.
I don't want to coach a game without it. If there was another coach that was looking at using a product similar to GameStrat, if we were playing them, I would say use a different product. The customer service is head and shoulders above the rest. Reach out to them. You'll regret it if you don't.
At every OK Tire store, you'll find a local owner who lives in your community, proudly offering full auto service. And when you shop with us, you're shopping local. OK Tire. Service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
So, you want to play flag football? Let's get started. You will receive 2 flags and a football. Your team has the ball, which means you're on offense. Your job is to get the ball into the opponent's end zone to score points, which is called a touchdown. The offense starts with the ball in their own end. From there, they will have 3 chances to cross the midfield line to earn a first down. This will give another 3 chances to reach the end zone. If the defense prevents the offense from scoring by intercepting a pass or making the offense run out of downs, the ball will be turned over and they will now get a chance to score a touchdown. For information, as well as where to sign up and begin playing, visit footballcanada.com/flagfootball.
Welcome back. Welcome back to TD Place. And
I can't hear.
the site of the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championship. Dan Mooney along with Coach Ron Raymond. We're having some technical difficulties here at our end, and there we're back. Thanks, Matt. So 38-15. First half, Team Quebec in the driver's seat, and this has been a game of quarterbacking. Frederic Morneau on Team Quebec, 4 carries, 149 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Nevaeh Lang for Team Saskatchewan, 4 carries for 63 yards and 2 scores. So quarterback's so important, even at this level of football.
Yeah, and you know what? When you look at the first half, the way Team Saskatchewan started on defense, they really did a good job containing Frederic Morneau from Quebec City for Team Quebec, and they got to get back to that game plan of really trying to mix it up on defense, bring the pressure. But you got to aspire, because she is so good. If she gets to the edge of the corner like we saw there in the first half, she could just take off. And for Team Saskatchewan, again, we're going to start with the snaps from center. If they can get more consistent on the snaps from center and keep doing a balanced attack. We saw there prior to the half where the quarterback for Team Saskatchewan, Nevaeh Lang, had a beautiful run. And it's just, you got to find that balance on offense to keep the defense guessing if you're going to throw or pass. And I think that's what Saskatchewan needs to do here in the second half. But find a way to contain Morneau for Team Sask, and for Quebec, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Quebec will get the ball first. Picked up there by number 22, Catherine Poirier, and she rumbles forward to the 52-yard line of Team Saskatchewan, which is exactly where Frederic Morneau and the Team Quebec offense will take over.
And that's another thing, Dan, for Team Saskatchewan. They don't want to give this very potent offense here for Team Quebec a short field to work with. You really want to get a big, deep kickoff, and if you're going to, force Team Quebec on offense to do some damage, do it from like 70, 80 yards and not half a field.
Sienna Burns in at quarterback for Team Saskatchewan. Actually, check that. There's the throw intended for Emily Hubert, and that's Maxime Poirier in at quarterback for Team Quebec. So Frederic Morneau is on the Quebec bench, trying to stay loose.
Yeah, we see her in the tent area, so hopefully she's okay.
There's Maxime Poirier. The throw over the middle on the post pattern, and it's complete to Hubert. Hubert taken down at the 22, a pickup of 30 yards, and a huge first down for Team Quebec.
Beautiful passing play here from Team Quebec, from the quarterback, the number 6, I believe, Maxime Poirier, and a nice post pattern here by number 4 for Team Quebec, Emilie Hubert from Laval. And beautiful reception, setting Team Quebec on offense on the 1st and 10 situation.
30 yards on the pickup. And Poirier in at quarterback out of the shotgun, setting up, throwing that one, intending that for Hubert. She dropped it. It goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great play there by Team Saskatchewan, number 40. That's Charlotte Heapy from Saskatoon with great timing on her tackle right there, which forced the incompletion, and a great job there by Saskatchewan defense.
2nd and 10, bad snap. Ball's loose. Saskatchewan has it, but there's going to be a penalty against Team Saskatchewan for prohibiting Maxime Poirier from getting at that football being held.
Yeah, no, you can't fall on top of her like she did. to prevent him from getting the loose ball. You see it was a bobble snap. The quarterback for Team Quebec, number 6, Maxime Poirier, went to recover, but then the defender from Saskatchewan,
Colby Fenrick, number 8, held the Quebec quarterback from getting the football, and that would appear to be the infraction. Cézanne Lapierre went to the bench, number 34. There you see her in your picture.
and it looks like Monod might be, she has her helmet back on. I saw the training staff making her do a couple of drills on the sideline, so we might see Monod come back into the game here.
Interference against Saskatchewan on the play, automatic first down.
It's a first down, but they'll move the sticks back to the 31-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Team Quebec, and Maxime Poirier remains in at quarterback for Team Quebec. There's Poirier, nice throw inside for Hubert, and Emily Hubert carries the pile with her for another 6 yards and picks up a first down.
Unbelievable strength here from Emilie Hubert, who caught the ball from Maxime Poirier and was able to really drag about 3 opponents with her. You see right there on your screen, number 40 is wrapping up the intended receiver here, number 4. That is Emilie Hubert, and Hubert takes her down for 2-3 more yards to get the first down.
Frédéric Morneau back in the ball game for Team Quebec. Morneau picks it up, looking for the post pattern. She's got Hubert, and she can't hang on. Wide open behind Charlotte Heapy. And it goes incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yeah, beautiful pass here by Morneau. She's in the pocket. She looks her eyes right downfield. Beautiful spiral. And we saw here Emily Hubert just lose a little bit of concentration at the end. An incomplete pass, setting up a 2nd and 10 situation for Team Quebec.
From the 18-yard line of Team Saskatchewan. There's the snap. Morneau throws. Hubert was expected to be in the corner. Bit of a breakdown in communication between quarterback and receiver there.
Yeah, she thought the intended receiver, Jade Clédou, was going to run a fade route, but she opted for the slant route, and the ball was overthrown. That happens.
So on comes Maxime Poirier to attempt a 25-yard field goal, the first field goal attempt that we've seen in this tournament. Ball is down, the kick is up, and it's good. Maxime Poirier makes it 41-15 for Quebec, and the first field goal of the tournament.
Absolutely phenomenal. That was a beautiful snap, pin, and kick right there, and you'll see in a few seconds the ball just scraped the horizontal bar of the field goal. And you know what? Excellent skill level here displayed by both these teams here today. And I saw a chat, somebody write, hopefully she continues to play. That's an amazing opportunity to be had in women's tackle football, says Lauren Ferguson. And this is a great platform for women's football, and the development of women's football in Canada is off to a great success, and Football Canada and all the football bodies across the governing bodies doing a great job elevating the game of women's football in Canada, and it's great to see.
Quebec's offense, daunting. In a little over a game and a half of football, they have scored 131 points.
And they weren't even in the tournament last year. Just to show you the skill level of the women Quebec athletes, that they didn't even have a team fielded last year, and they were able to put in a very, very competitive team so far this year.
There's the kick. Ella Schenner picks it up, heads to the right side, turns the corner, gets up, still on her feet, finally forced out of bounds by Poirier at the Quebec 52-yard line.
You know what? Helen Scheller's been really good today on the kickoff return team. That's about the 2nd or 3rd kickoff return. She's really brought it for over 20-some yards. And, you know, she gives Team Saskatchewan great field possession right here to start the 3rd quarter. for their first, I believe, is this their first offensive series?
Of the second half, yes.
Okay.
And Nevaeh Lang remains at quarterback for Team Saskatchewan. Here's Lang out of the shotgun, sets up, throws that one over the middle. It's intended for Shaden Magnus, but just a little shy. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Nevaeh Lang took a big hit there. I believe that was number 22 for Team Quebec, and that was Catherine Poirier finishing the hit. And I think the quarterback, Nevaeh Lang, taking a little bit of a breather here. And here comes the training staff for Team Saskatchewan, and we hope that Nevaeh Lang will be okay.
We do indeed hope that she'll be okay, but as a result of the training staff coming out to tend to her, she's got to come out for 3 plays.
Absolutely. And we got some more good football coming up here later on today, Dan.
Indeed. At 5:30 right here at TD Place, it'll be New Brunswick against Ontario Black. And then to cap off the day here at TD Place in the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships, it's a marquee game. Alberta versus Ontario Red.
Yeah, Ontario Red winning their last game against Manitoba, had a really dominating lead early in the fourth quarter. To see Manitoba come back and rally, but Alberta, to me, Dan, one of the most balanced teams in the tournament when it comes to the offense and defense, and New Brunswick. Folks, if you have time at 5:30 p.m. Eastern today, you want to watch this game between New Brunswick and Ontario Black, you're going to see a great display of offense again today.
7:22 left to go here in the third quarter. Saskatchewan on offense. Magnus takes the snap from center on second down and was quickly wrapped up there. Catherine Poirier once again. Boy, has she been a defensive stalwart for Team Quebec in this one.
You know, between Catherine Poirier, number 22 for Team Quebec, and number 11, Roman Simal, this Quebec linebacker core is probably one of the best ones here in the tournament.
Third down, 8 yards to go, and Ella Schenner, lone setback. Shaden Magnus, the pitch to Schenner, trying to get around the corner, and Olivia Baudry there to make the stop for Quebec, but it's a horse-collared tackle, and it might result in another Saskatchewan first down.
Yeah, no, that will be a first down going for Saskatchewan. Baudry, you know, the one thing I don't think she realized, but if you don't, you know, one thing we always say, obviously you want to, if you see the person you're tackling, you see their eyes, you want to tackle, but when you're from behind and you don't have a chance, you can't make that kind of play.
So they move the ball all the way up to the Quebec 34-yard line. And Saskatchewan with a big first down. Doesn't matter how you get them, by penalty, by earning them. They keep moving the football. Shaden Magnus, high snap, setting up, throwing into the corner, and it's complete to number 9, Hannah Wilker. And Wilker gets all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Great concentration here by Anna Wilker here. Great coverage by Team Quebec, but Anna Wilker wanted that football more. And a great throw by Magnus on a corner. It looked like it was some type of corner route, but you can see the concentration and bobbled, and just great job here by number 9, Anna Wilker, to catch that football.
And stole the football from Elisa Puglio.
Exactly. That's probably a better word.
They mark the ball down at the 6. 29 yards on the pass and the completion. And Nevaeh Lang back in. She's going to take it herself. Cuts back inside, wrapped up there by Catherine Poirier once again. And she's into the end zone for the touchdown. Nevaeh Lang makes it 41-21. with a conversion attempt pending.
Yeah, great to see Nevaeh Lang back into the game right here. And this was a design wildcat play all the way. She ran to her right, and you can see Poirier right there. Came just a bit late, and big touchdown here for Saskatchewan to get back, claw their way back in this game with a 21 points on the board with 2 points pending here on the 2-point conversion.
Sienna Burns in there to try and narrow the gap. She does. It's now 41-23.
Yeah, big touchdown here, Dan, for Team Saskatchewan. They want to find a way to get back into this football game. And again, I truly believe it starts with field position. They got to get a great kickoff, try to pin Quebec deep, and force Team Quebec to go 80 yards as many yards as possible. But you cannot give the luxury to Frédéric Monod in this offense with a short field.
5:09 left here in the third quarter, and it has been a pretty impressive showing by the quarterbacks here. Nevaeh Lang, 5 carries for 69 yards and 3 TDs. Frédéric Monod, 4 carries for 149 yards and 4 TDs. Sienna Burns, the kick taken by Hubert at her own 30-yard line. Emily Hubert around the left side, got Burns to beat. Great speed, she gets around the outside. She is going to score, but there's a flag down. It may come back. 90 yards on the return. Make it 85.
Well, if it does come back, it'll be unfortunate because number 2 for Team Quebec, Noralie Rasco, made a beautiful block to really secure the edge for Emilie Hubert, but it looks like it's going to be called back here on the holding call.
An 80-yard touchdown return called back. Holding against Quebec, and they'll bring it all the way back to the 23-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Frédéric Monod. Low snap, the give to number 80, Shana Grenier. Grenier deep into the secondary, a pickup of 19, and another Quebec first down.
Nice tackle there by number 16 from Team Saskatchewan, Dalen Meston from Regina. And you saw number 8 there, Colby Fenrick, just missed the tackle. But again, nice tackle there by number 16, Dalen Meston, to really save a touchdown.
Morneau in the shotgun, setting up, looking to pass. They got her. Number 34, Cézanne Lapierre, with her second sack of the ball game, and Quebec in a bit of a hole here.
Yeah, Cézanne Lapierre from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, on the tackle there. Very nice play defensively. Unfortunately, we have a number 8 for Team Saskatchewan, Colby Fenrick, who is down.
That'd be a big hole to fill, too.
Absolutely.
Fenrick has been probably one of the more aggressive defensive players for Team Saskatchewan in their 2 contests here in this tournament. Both teams taking the opportunity here to get some water. The officials are even engaging in that as well.
Yeah, and prior to today's game, Dan, players had the opportunity to see the Ottawa Red Blacks practice here today, which I'm sure was a big thrill for a lot of the players to see a CFL team here practicing. And
I would imagine it's going to be a pretty big thrill for them when they're all here on Friday night to watch the Red Blacks take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah, and I believe last year in the Saskatchewan, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought they also went to see the Saskatchewan Roughriders play a game when the tournament was on. So, good timing to have this tournament in Ottawa and also have a CFL game where the girls can go and watch a CFL game in action here in Ottawa. Now that Ottawa's finally put 2 wins together.
3 of their last 4.
Yeah, so looking forward to see how the Ottawa Red Blacks do here Friday night at TD Place.
2 big overtime wins over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and Calgary Stampeders. They play great against the Western teams because their other win is against Edmonton. But it's the Eastern teams that give them problems. And here's Frederic Morneau once again. Nobody is going to touch her. A 73-yard touchdown run for Frederic Morneau. And Quebec leads 47-23.
Yeah, you just talk about giving problems, and Morneau's giving Team Saskatchewan a lot of problems today, rushing the football. And just like she did on Sunday against Team New Brunswick, Morneau is she's hard to contain. Very hard to contain.
Here's the extra point by Maxime Poirier. It's good. So it's now 49-23.
Already almost 50 points scored, and the last time they played, they scored 90 points. So quite the average here on offense for this Team Quebec team. And if you're Team Saskatchewan now, again, just next play is the most important play. And just try to find a way to claw back inside back into this game and try to keep that Quebec offense off the field.
Frederic Morneau, 5 carries, 222 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
15 touchdowns so far in this tournament for the Quebec quarterback. That goes off Ella Schenner into the Saskatchewan bench, and there will be no return, but Saskatchewan gets the football back.
Yep, Saskatchewan going to have a long field of work here. And again, good to see Nevaeh Lang back into the offense here for Team Saskatchewan. And we'll see what they have drummed up here on offense.
Lang in the shotgun. Sets up, throws that one over the middle. It's picked off by Catherine Poirier. Still on her feet. And another turnover by Saskatchewan gives Quebec the ball deep in Team Saskatchewan territory. At the 22-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10, Quebec.
Yeah, unfortunate situation here for Team Saskatchewan. And really, there was no receivers in the vicinity that was wide open. And you had 3 blue shirts right there, and Poirier is the one who comes up with it. And now you're giving Morneau in the offense another great opportunity to put more points on the board.
Poirier with a sack and the interception. Second interception of the ball game thrown by Nevaeh Lang, and Quebec on the offense. There's Morneau spinning away from a couple of tackles. Morneau still on her feet, rolling to her right, throws it over the top, and finds Hubert inside the 10, and she's tripped up by Charlotte Heapy. But it's a pickup of 13 and another Quebec first down.
Yeah, you can tell that fatigue is really kicking in here for Team Saskatchewan because they had Morneau in the pocket. They had her captured about 2-3 times. And there's number 4, Emilie Hubert, who's been having a really good afternoon here for Team Quebec. Find a way to get more points for 76 yards on today.
Even better work by Frederic Morneau to get away from the rush to find Emilie Hubert. Here's Morneau cuts around the right side. She'll score once again. An 8-yard touchdown run.
Scored by number 1, Frédéric Morneau.
Touchdown number 6 on the day.
Yeah, Monod just really called her play again. An over-aggressive defense here from Team Saskatchewan. And when the defense is coming that aggressive, Monod just makes that one fake. And next thing you know, she's taking the ball into the end zone. And, you know, Team Saskatchewan, you can see they're a bit dejected here on the sideline, and the fatigue has really clearly set in.
Conversion de 2 points, c'est bon. That 2-point conversion is good.
So that conversion by Poirier makes it 57-23, and Quebec is officially running away with this one.
You know, I always say to our football team, you know, there comes a breaking point in a football game where you break your opponent's will, and I think we're almost at that point right here. And for Team Quebec, the coaching staff, now is a good opportunity to start putting in your backups and put everybody in and make them all experience this tournament, because obviously with the score at 57-23, a minute 28 left, and you want to get everybody involved in the team concept.
Left in the third quarter. There's one more after this as the ball comes off the tee, and Poirier forced to reset it. There's the kick. Saskatchewan gets it back, and they won't have an opportunity to return it because it landed out of bounds.
You know, Dan, we've watched, this is our 6th game that we've watched, the 6-on-6 2023 U18 Women's National Championship. And the one thing I'm really taking from this tournament is, if you want to be successful, you have to be able to be balanced on offense. And obviously we're seeing a dominant rushing game where, you know, you see Team Alberta with the rushing they had, Team Quebec with the rushing they have. If you can find balance into your attack, and because once a team knows you're a heavy run team, and they find, like Team Saskatchewan today in the first quarter did a really good job containing Monod, but after that the fatigue kicked in, and they really they broke down.
Nevaeh Lang in under center. The pitch to Ella Schenner around the right side. Schenner picking up 5 before being taken out of bounds by Catherine Poirier. And we talked about Romaine Simard and how dominant she was against New Brunswick. The same can be said for Catherine Poirier. She's having the same type of ball game that Simard did on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, she's been phenomenal here this afternoon.
In the shotgun, second down, 5 yards to go. Nevaeh Lang throws and underthrows the intended target. That's number 65, Ava Salminen.
For number 65, Ava Salminen, falls incomplete. It'll now be third down.
So it'll be third down, 5 yards to go, and Nevaeh Lang setting up to kick this football away.
You know, one of the points I've been talking to, I'll get to this point after this punt.
Good snap. There's Lang's kick, angling it toward the sidelines. It takes a Saskatchewan bounce and goes out at the 41-yard line of Team Quebec. That's where they'll take over again with 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So I was talking to some of the people from Football Canada, and the plan eventually is to get to 9-on-9. And I just wonder if they go 9-on-9. Obviously, the field needs to widen out a little bit more, but I wonder if they do official field size on 9-on-9. I'm not too sure.
No, I believe it stays exactly the way it is.
Okay.
And when they get to 12-on-12, that's when they'll widen the field to its largest size.
Yeah, because when the 6-on-6, obviously, less defenders to beat. But 9-on-9, it changes the whole complex of the of the game. But from a fundamental point of view for women's football 6-on-6, just like you see at Tyke, is phenomenal.
Morneau swings that one out to the sideline. It's complete to Jade Cleroux, but she's wrapped up immediately by number 38, Haley Tanger. It'll be a loss of 2. Frederic Morneau at quarterback, rolls to her right, throws that one over the middle, in and out of the hands of Juliette Lafort. It goes incomplete, and it's 3rd and 12 for Quebec. And that is the final play of the third quarter. They'll switch ends, and the fourth quarter will begin with a 3rd down that you'll more than likely see Team Quebec not kick it away.
Yeah, good coverage there by Team Saskatchewan on that long vertical pass. And the Team Saskatchewan brought a bit of pressure from the outside, and Morneau was still able to get the ball downfield with great protection. You know, we talked about all the offensive skill position players today. How about that offensive line here today for Team Quebec to really buy Morneau a lot of time and open up the holes?
Morneau has scored a touchdown every time she's taken off to run in this ball game.
Oh, that breaking speed is just, once she turns that corner, yeah.
And she had one taken away from her.
Yeah, that's true.
Via penalty. So the weather has settled down now. The sun is trying to come out of overcast skies here in the nation's capital. And what a treat it must be for these young women to be able to play in the home of a CFL franchise.
Oh, and they're getting the best of both worlds, because today, Sunday, was in the CIS Stadium of the Carleton Ravens, and Team Manitoba and Team Indigenous got to play where the Ottawa Gee-Gees played this morning on their practice field.
Yep.
And then now today in a CFL football stadium. So what a great experience, and good job by Football Canada to give these women's football team the opportunity to play.
Maxime Poirier getting set to kick the football away. And Team Saskatchewan should get pretty decent field position upon completion of the play. I wonder what we're waiting for here. For the referee to blow the play in.
Did we pass the mercy point yet?
Nope. Good kick by Poirier. And there's a chance for Quebec, but some pretty heads-up play by Haley Tanger to fall on that loose football and allow Saskatchewan to maintain possession.
Yeah, because in 6-on-6 football, once you get to 35 points, I believe we're 1 point short of the mercy rule kicking in, where the clock will continue to run. But we're at 58 when you put 35 on 23.
Were you a math major?
No, not really. Just being as honest as I can. I even used my toes to count there.
On first down, Nevaeh Lang. Out of the shotgun, rolling to her left, looks to take off, stops, and then heads around the corner, forced out of bounds after a pickup of 12, and a Saskatchewan first down on the Quebec side of midfield.
But I did stay at a Motel 6 last night.
I kind of half expected something like that.
Okay. Had to put an exclamation mark on that one.
On first down, the pitch to Prosofsky. Moves up, and she's held up after a pickup of 6.
And run by number 3, Shelby Prosofsky, brought down by number 5, Annabelle Mouli.
Just basically a toss play there to the short side of the field. And good pickup of about 6 yards. So that's the running game they need a lot more of here today.
High snap. Lang swings that one out for Magnus. Breaks a tackle. Magnus driving forward. And the pickup there is 11. And another first down for Shaden Magnus.
That is a very nice throw here from Nevaeh Lang to Magnus. It's a bubble screen throw. And the thing that's really impressive there is that that's a timing throw. You got to throw it ahead of the receiver doing the bubble screen, and that was right on the money. And you can see Magnus picking up the first down.
Nevaeh Lang in the shotgun. Fakes and keeps, goes out to the right side, cuts back inside left, stays on her feet, and she's finally held up there by Micah Moncion. But a 10-yard pickup by Nevaeh Lang gives Team Saskatchewan another first down.
Yeah, the way she cut back on that was like what she did before the half. I thought she was going to really do another one of those moves where she takes it to the house, but you can see that Team Quebec, along also with Alicia Pouliot from Saint-Odilon, Quebec, right there on the tackle along with their teammates.
Lang in under center. Pitch to Profsovsky, trying to get around the right side. Brought down by Olivia Baudry after a pickup of 3.
I really like this Team Saskatchewan offense where they mix it up a bit, where they're in shotgun, under center. Like, I'm a true believer when you get the quarterback under center on that power run game, it really allows the running back to run downhill. Anytime you're in shotgun, it's more of a delayed run because you're waiting for the exchange from center to the quarterback, to the exchange to the running back. But I really like it when the quarterbacks get under center. And trust me, running backs like it better too because this way they get a full head of steam prior on the snap.
Timeout called. Both teams, well, Team Saskatchewan wants to get everybody reasonably comfortable with what they're expecting here. Coach in discussions with Nevaeh Lang, Shelby Prasovsky, and Shaden Magnus, who have really carried the load for Team Saskatchewan in this tournament.
Yeah, no, really, I like this time out here from Team Saskatchewan. You want to get it right, and you've got a nice drive going here, and you want this drive to result in some points. So I really like this time out here from Team Saskatchewan, and we'll see what the coaching staff has drawn up.
Here's Nevaeh Lang. High snap, swings that one out for Magnus, runs into a tackler, evades that one, and then finally pushed out of bounds by Catherine Poirier after a pickup of 15. And it's first and goal, Saskatchewan from the Quebec 10-yard line.
See, that's the thing with 6-on-6 football, right? I'm always saying, why is she always going to Lang for the Magnus? But with 6-on-6 and you got 3 down linemen and the quarterback's throwing the ball, it really leaves you only 2 other options unless the quarterback runs, right? So, yeah, it's philosophy very different in 6-on-6, as you can see. And Magnus is really a really good receiver and a good athlete.
Here's Lang, rolling to her right, forced back to her left, and now has got some room. Lang finally pushed out of bounds at the 3. Roman Simard there to cut the angle off. Lang was looking for the pylon in the corner of the end zone, and Simard did a great job of taking that away from her.
Yeah, and that started with Poirier really forcing Lang to change direction because Poirier was right there to shut her down on the right side of the field, and then Small finished it off on the far sideline.
Second and goal from the 2. Team Saskatchewan. Prasovsky gets wrapped up immediately at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, maybe 2. Yeah, they spotted at the 4. And it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's, you know what, look at the push there by number 99 from Team Quebec. That is Ariel Lemelin from Saint-Constant, Quebec. And what a great job by the push of the nose guard here. And, you know, when you're running a dive play close to the goal line like this and you got the linebackers almost lined up at the line of scrimmage, very, very tough to do. But great push by the defensive line by Team Quebec.
On 3rd down, Prosovsky trying to get around the corner. Cuts in, and she's into the end zone for the touchdown. 57-29. And a good run and a better call by the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, great timeout call right there to, you know, like I said, get it right. And really, sometimes you just need a second to think, because when you know you got a 20-second clock to deal with and you just need that extra time to think about something, that was a great timeout by Team Saskatchewan, and they punched it in for the touchdown.
Sienna Burns. Bad snap. Forced out of bounds is
1-point conversion.
Shaden Magnuson. Pushed out of bounds at the 2, and the 1-point convert goes for naught.
Yeah, and on that touchdown, really good call. Prior to that touchdown, they went inside on a dive, and they realized that, you know what, the middle of stuff, the nose guard for Team Quebec, Ariel Lemelin, really plugged the hole right there. So it forced the coordinator to go, you know what, okay, maybe let's try the outside because we can't penetrate the inside. So let's go outside. They got the touchdown. And unfortunately for Team Saskatchewan, they weren't able to convert on the 2-point conversion, neither the 1-point. But you got to love how Team Saskatchewan fighting right to the end here. Not throwing in the towel and playing hard. And we'll see if they, you know what, do you onside kick here, try to get the ball?
Why not? Try to do things that you wouldn't otherwise try now with the outcome in, you know, people, both teams probably more than comfortable with the pending outcome as Hubbard. Oh, there's a steal! A steal! Ella Schenner went for the tackle, stole the football, and Saskatchewan gets it back. Maybe this isn't over yet.
Ella Schenner's been a special team warrior all day. She's been fantastic on kickoff returns, and look at this strip right here. Number 4 for Team Quebec, that is Emilie Hubbard, running high. How many times do you hear me throughout this tournament? The girls are running too high, and that's one of the things that happens when you run too high. You're leaving yourself exposed to someone like Schenner to come in and rip that football right out of your hands. And Ella Schenner's been an absolute warrior on special teams the entire tournament, not just today.
She's out there. The lone setback behind quarterback Nevaeh Lang. High snap. Lang sets up. Tried to find number 65, Ava Salmonen, once again, but Salmonen was being bothered there by Romain Simard. She did a great job of reading exactly what Team Saskatchewan was about to do.
She covered her like a glove right there. Look at that, right there, and boom. And you know what? The size differential, and Romain Simard found a way to get her hands on the inside and knock it away. It was an amazing play by Romain Simard.
And now look at her directing traffic in the Quebec defensive secondary.
She's a leader out there.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Team Saskatchewan. Options out for Schenner. Tried to cut back inside and was tripped up.
Ella Schenner, no gain on the play.
There to make the stop, Julia Guital.
And you know what? Whenever you do a special teams play like that, it really boosts up the entire team. You can see that Saskatchewan offense. Everybody's off the bench. They're looking at this. They're all in. And let's see what Saskatchewan does here on their third and long situation.
Third down, 10 yards to go from the Quebec 43-yard line. Lang swings that one out for Magnus. Magnus forced out of bounds after a pickup of 6. She'll be short of necessary first down yardage, and Quebec's offense will take over with 5:27 remaining.
Yeah, I believe that was Julia Guital on the tackle. Julia Guital from Rosemère, Quebec. And you see right there, finishing off the play and giving Team Quebec the ball here on their own 37-yard line.
Frédéric Morneau, the give to Olivia Baudry, and Baudry met immediately at the line of scrimmage by number 38, Haley Tangert, who's had a great game defensively as well for Team Saskatchewan, along with number 28, Raina James.
Yeah, I think that's Baudry's first carry of the day. We saw her on Sunday. She had a really good day, 12 carries for 119 yards, which was mostly done in the first half.
Here's Morneau getting away from the rush, but Team Saskatchewan won't let her go. Cézanne Lapierre had her by the jersey, and despite trying to get loose, the cavalry came in and saved the day.
And she's hard to take down. She doesn't go down on the first initial hit right there. You see 34 swinging her around, and Morneau's there, and here comes the, like you say, the cavalry. Finally takes 2 players to take Morneau down.
Third sack of the ball game for Cézanne Lapierre of Team Saskatchewan. High snap over the head of Poirier. She gets the kick away, and that might be roughing the kicker. No yards will definitely be called against Shaina Grenier, but a great job there by Maxime Poirier to get the ball away.
Yeah, and in a situation like that, there's nothing that Team Saskatchewan, like there was an opportunity to tackle her, so I'd be shocked if they called contact in the kick here. I thought that was a really good play here from Team Saskatchewan. I think it's mostly no yards for Team Quebec.
So that'll move the ball up. The score 57-29. The gap 28 points. So which variety of no yards will it be?
Correction, no yards, 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
Yeah, from my understanding, 15 yards is only when you catch the ball in the air and the player's in the vicinity of the 5 yards. And if it's a bounce, then it's 5 yards, which this is the case here.
The ball is on the Quebec 42-yard line. There's the pitch. Prosofsky trying to get around the corner, cuts back upfield, and her forward progress will more than likely be around the 35-yard line. It'll be a 7-yard pickup and a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, good run right there from Prosofsky to get about 6 yards on the play. And, it's those types of play. You pound the ball like that, and you mix it up with a nice play-action type pass to keep the opponent off balance. And now you got a 2nd and 4 situation.
Lang for Magnus. Magnus cutting back across field. She's got her quarterback out there for block, and Magnus finally brought down after a pickup of 6, or make that 7, and another Saskatchewan first down.
That was an interesting run right there because she got tackled, and number 54 from Team Saskatchewan came in. That's Haley Nordquist, and I thought she was trying to rip the ball out of the hands right there. You see that? But I think she was just trying to keep her up. But for a second there, I thought she was trying to get the ball.
Nevaeh Lang around the left side, puts on the brakes, and then takes it out. It'll be a pickup of 8 yards. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. There to make the stop for Team Quebec, Elisa Pouliot.
You'll see here Elisa Pouliot with an aggressive tackle. The one thing with this Team Quebec defense, very aggressive, great form tackling. Look at this. That is excellent tackling right there. And very aggressive. When you look at this Team Quebec defense and you think of Romane Simard, you think of also Catherine Poirier, a very aggressive defense.
in under center. Lang, the pitch. Prasovsky forced to just fall on it, and it'll be a loss of 11 on the play with third down coming up.
Yeah, just a little bit of the toss, a little bit behind and high. And you see Lang reverse pivots, and see maybe the reverse pivot threw her off a bit when she turned around to throw the ball. It was just a little bit high and too outside to her left. But good job by falling back on the ball to recover it.
On third down, 13 yards to go. Team Saskatchewan at the Quebec 30-yard line. Here's Lang, throws, completes it to Mackenzie Dixon Appleton. She gets across the 25, but it's not going to be enough. And Quebec's offense will take over once again. 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Yeah, good job by Team Quebec to have a turnover on downs right now, and Quebec still opting to keep Marneau into the ball game. And with 2:06 left on the board, I thought you'd probably see more of the backups come in here for Team Quebec.
You start to think about players of the game. There's Marneau giving it to Olivia Beaudry, and nothing is going to stop her unless she runs out of gas. 85 yards, Beaudry didn't know where the goal line was, slowed down, and takes it in. 85 yards on one carry, and it's now 63-23.
I think she thought the soccer goal line was the end zone, because when she got to the goal line, the goalie keepers in soccer, the line. You see when she gets there, I think she thought that was the goal line, but there we go. I still got to go about 3 or 5 more yards.
And the kick no good, so it remains 63-29.
But you see with this Quebec team, Don, they got so many weapons, and Beaudry is basically a defensive player who started the game. And we saw her on Sunday against Team New Brunswick, and I think she's the change of pace offensive player to really give Mortal maybe a breather to come in. And she ran the ball very good on Sunday against Team New Brunswick. In fact, she had 12 carries for 119 yards. She's from Farnham, Quebec. And, this Team Quebec is deep in talent.
That Team Quebec's 8th touchdown. Maxime Poirier gets the kick away, taken by Ella Schenner. At her own 30, Schenner trying to find a hole. Gets the seam, gets over the 50 to about the 52. So a minute 42 left on the clock. You know, Saskatchewan's trying to do as much of the good stuff as they possibly can, and getting another score against this Quebec team before the end would probably satisfy them a little bit.
You know, I don't know if there's a special teams MVP today, but if there was one, Ellen Schenner would probably get my vote because she's been an absolute warrior on special teams here today.
Well, you don't have to look very far to find out who your player of the game for Team Quebec might be. 740 yards in rushing in 2 games with 16 touchdowns. There's a toss, little flare out for Magnus, and she picks up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
That's mostly a season for some players.
And that puts Shaden Magnus at the 100 mark in receptions. So Saskatchewan altered their offensive playbook a little bit in this game, throwing for 143 yards in total yardage. And Magnus has 100 of it.
Yeah, she had a really good game here this afternoon.
High snap, little toss out for Hannah Wilker. And Wilker picks up about 12, and another Saskatchewan first down.
Yeah, nice jet sweep there to the left side of the field for Wilker. And as you said, Dan, she did pick up first down. And nice run there. She turns that corner. And she has the nose where the first down was. And then she was met by number 8 and 22 of Team Quebec. That is Alicia Pouliot and Catherine Poirier.
Another high snap. Lang swings it out for Wilker. Breaks one tackle, gets to the outside, and wrapped up there by Noralie Racicot after a pickup of 8.
Yeah, I really like the way Lang throws those bubble passes. She throws them with authority. Nice tight spiral. And what's really impressive is that she leads her receiver. The receiver doesn't have to break stride. The ball's right there, as you saw. And good job by Team Quebec, number 2, Noralie Racicot from Saint-Lazare, Quebec. Nice job there from Lang to throw the ball, but even nice for Quebec to tackle it.
Second down, 2 yards to go. Minute 17 left on the clock. Flag at the line of scrimmage, and Lang is wrapped up immediately there by Kiana Bernier.
Yeah, we saw earlier in the game, Team Quebec had jumped a few of the counts, and now we're just seeing it a little bit late. But that must mean that Team Saskatchewan during the game probably changed a bit of their cadence because Quebec did show more discipline on defense on the offsides.
That's it. Offside against Quebec. They'll move the sticks, and Saskatchewan gets another first down. That's their 21st first down in this ball game. Lang, the draw, boom! Raylyn Sandy hit immediately by Catherine Poirier.
You know, we didn't see a lot of Catherine Poirier on Sunday, but today she has made a statement game. She is absolutely dominant today on the Team Quebec defense. And, wow, talk about an exclamation mark right there. Yeah, Poirier would be also one of my votes on defense. She's been outstanding today.
Lang swings that one out. Wilker met at the 30-yard line by Simard. And Wilker picked up a yard on the play.
And one thing you notice, Dan, when you look at both teams, I'm a true believer in strength in numbers, and both these teams coming in today's game with a healthy roster where you saw a game earlier in the day, some injuries, and, you know, it's a 3-game, 1-week schedule, so this is you need a lot of bodies for 3 games in 1 week.
Here's a chance. Lang once again throws. It's complete to Wilker. She goes down. On third down, the pickup is 6, but it's not enough.
Yeah, great job of Wilker to come back to that football right there. You'll see Lang go into the pocket. She rolls out to her right. She finds Wilker, and you see the way she came back to the football. That is classic 101 receiving catching right there. She knew the ball was a little bit underthrown, but did a great job to come back and get it.
17 seconds remaining. You may see Frédéric Morneau take a knee, and this one will be 2 plays in, and that should just about do it. She does take a knee, and as soon as referee Keith Walters blows this in, the clock will go. Morneau will let it run out, and Quebec has a 63-29 win in their second game of this 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championship Tournament. Absolutely incredible. Coach Ron Raymond, 153 points in 2 games.
Yeah, if you're game planning for Team Quebec, you really got to find a way to stop Morneau. But then again, then they can come back with Beaudry. It's just they do a phenomenal job, and they got the receiving core today. Emilie Ubaid and also Jad Cleroux did a great job with the reception. And defensively, the aggressive defense of Quebec. I thought Saskatchewan came out in the first quarter with a very good game plan defensively, but they ran out of gas, and it was just too much offense and too much of Frédéric Morneau on the day.
Frederic Morneau once again having a fantastic outing. 230 yards on 6 carries and 6 touchdowns. She has 16 touchdowns in 2 games in this tournament, and she is leading the way for Team Quebec. The final score, 63 for Quebec, 29 for Saskatchewan, and Quebec moves to 2-0 in this tournament. For head coach Ron Raymond and our entire crew, I'm Dan Mooney. So long from TD Place and the 2023 U18 Women's National Football Championships. Stay with us or come back with us, folks, because at 5:30 Eastern, it's New Brunswick versus Ontario Black. So long from TD Place. Until then.